As your riding skills improve, it becomes increasingly important to only use one finger for the clutch. It lets you grip the bars better, reduces arm pump, and overall, less rider fatigue. A common problem though is that so many dirt bike techniques involve slipping the clutch, and that one finger gets a huge workout, and often you're just back where you started, arm pump and fatigue. Clake is an Australian mob who created the One Light clutch, which stores energy from the lever release and uses this to counter the effort needed to pull the clutch lever in. So it's not only meant to be much easier, but you can achieve full clutch release without the lever hitting your other fingers. The hand lever can flex up, down or outward, making it arguably the most unbreakable clutch lever ever. And it's also infinitely adjustable. Two of the riders in our cross-training group had these fitted a few months ago, so I asked them for their impressions so far.
I've had the Clake One Light clutch for about 7 months now, and it's been a massive part of transforming my riding, particularly learning how to use a clutch, which I've never really dealt with in the past. I've got pretty weak hand from old injuries through sport, and I've always found it difficult to have good control on the handlebars whilst using the clutch. Our riding recently has changed considerably, and we're doing a lot more technical type terrain, so the clutch work now you learn is essential. From having the one of being able to improve traction and climb hills that I wouldn't have thought of before. The One Light clutch is an expensive unit to buy, but you are getting good build quality, something that is made in Australia. The materials are top notch, and out of all the modifications I've done to my bike, it's allowed me the most improvement in my riding style.
Had the Clake clutch lever on my bike for probably 2.5 months now, and I have to say it's probably one of the best things I've put on the bike so far. Just the simplicity to pull it in, just to find the adjustments on it. Definitely noticed a big change in the sort of the strain on the wrist after riding, after changing to the lever, simply for the fact that it's just so easy to pull and just so light, and you can adjust it to whatever setting you like and where the gripping point is. And with the trials and cross training we've been doing, it just makes a huge difference for the sort of riding we do on the gnarly stuff. On the hill climbs I find it a huge help, just for the simple fact that you can grip the bars a whole lot easier and have a lot more control on the bike and still have your full engagement of the clutch without it hitting the other fingers. And definitely on the more gnarly sections of track, that's also where it makes a huge difference for the simple ease it is to pull in and easily engage the clutch again without pulling and hitting your fingers.
Personally, I find the clutch on the 250 EXCs quite light, so at first I figured the Clake One Light clutch is probably just a nice bit of bling. But as we tackle more snotty terrain and learn more techniques, I've found the arm pump and sore hand and forearm returning again. I've had a few opportunities to swap bikes with the guys and try the Clake myself, and I've got to admit it's incredibly tempting. The clutch action is effortless and similar to that of our trials bikes, which does mean less fatigue, more control, and simply too many benefits to ignore. It might have to go on the Christmas list this year. The only problem is some of their other gear looks so good, it could be hard to decide on which setup to run with. Check it out for yourself. Here's their website.